Okay, guys, we're doing multi-step measurement problems. How can we solve multiple step problems that include measurement conversions? All right, just like all the other multi-step problems we've done this year, we've just got to follow the steps and we can't leave out any parts. All right, so a leaky faucet in Jared's house drips 2 cups of water every day. After 2 weeks of dripping, the faucet is fixed. If it dripped the same amount each day, how many quarts dripped from Jared's leaky faucet in 2 weeks? All right, so I know we got to first figure out how much there was in 2 weeks, and then I have to convert my cups to quarts. All right, if I look at this, I know the faucet dripped 2 cups for 2 weeks. So first of all, I got to do 2 times 7 because there's 7 days in a week and it did it 2 weeks. So, 14, sorry, 14 because like I just said, there's 7 days in a week and we did it 2 weeks. So 2 times 7 is 28. So the faucet dripped 28 cups, but that's not what they want to know. They want to know how many cups, how many quarts. So now I've got to do, there are 2 cups to each quart, or there are 28 cups, which equals how many pints? Well, there's 2 cups to each pint. So we got to take that times 2, and I get 1656. And I have 56 pints. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Forgot the golden rule. We're going from smaller to larger, so we got to divide. So 28 divided by 2 equals 14. And I have 14 pints. And how many pints are in a quart? 2. So I got to divide that by 2. I can do that in my head. It is 7. So I have 7 quarts. Okay, they have a big question here of what if I could refigure all this if it was 4 weeks. But I know if it's 7 quarts in 2 weeks, I just have to double that because if I double 2 weeks to 4 weeks, it's doubling. So it'd be 14 quarts. All right. So it's a matter of doing those steps in the right order and knowing you're converting. All right. So here we got a carton of large, A carton of large grade A eggs weigh about 1 5/10 pounds. If the carton holds a dozen eggs, how many ounces does each egg weigh? All right, so the first thing we got to do, in ounces, find the weight of the carton of eggs. So I know there are 16 ounces in a pound. So I have, how many pounds do I have total? 1 5/10 times 16. And if I do that on the side here, times 1 5/10. And if I move my decimal, I get 14. I forgot to carry 1. Nope, 24. Sorry, guys. Knew that didn't sound right. So I have 24 ounces. Now, 1 carton of dozen eggs, how many eggs is that? Well, I know that's 12 eggs are in a dozen. So I'm going from ounces I'm going from pounds to ounces, so I'm going from larger to smaller, so I have to divide. So I had 24 ounces. From here, I have how many eggs? 12. 24 divided by 12 is 2. So each egg weighs about 2 ounces. All right, some more challenging of doing the steps. After each soccer practice, Scott runs 4 sprints of 20 yards each. If he continues his routine, how many practices will it take Scott to sprint a total of 2 miles combined? All right. So I hope you have your conversion charts out, because you're going to need to know how many yards are in a mile. And I think it's 1,760, but not totally sure. So yes, it is 1,760. Okay, so first of all, Scott sprints blank yards in each practice. He sprints, well, first I have to figure out if he does it 4 times and he goes 20 yards, that's 4 times 20 equals 80 yards in each practice. Since there are blank yards in 2 miles, so we got to figure out 1,760 times 2, which is doubling it. And I get 3,520. So how many miles in 2 miles? How many practices? Well, in one practice he does 80, so I've got to divide this by 80. And it can't go into 3, can't go into 35, but it can go into 320, 352. And I can even cross these out. And I get, oh, I'm going to have to add one, so don't cross them out, guys. All right, can go in there. 4 times is my guess. 80 times 4, which I can do in my head, is 320. 320, drop that down. 320. So he needs 44 practices. I hope you're shutting the tape off and turning it back on so that you are doing these multi-steps yourself too, because just look where you're doing well or if you've made a mistake. Okay, here we go. The worker at the mill is loading 5-pound bags of flour into boxes to deliver to the local warehouse. Each box holds 12 bags of flour. If the warehouse ordered 3 tons, how many boxes are needed to fulfill the order? Well, first of all, we got to figure out how much is being shipped in each box. So the first thing I have to do is 5 times 12, which is 60 pounds. All right. And now I know I have 60 pounds and 3 tons. So I'm going from pounds to tons. So I'm going to multiply, because when you're going from smaller to larger, you have to multiply. But first we got to figure out, I jumped the gun. If we have 3 tons, so that's 3 times how many ounces are in a ton? How many pounds are in a ton? 2,000. So then I have 6,000. It's going to be 6,000 pounds. Now I have to divide 6,000 by 60. If I cross off my 2 zeros, I know 6,000 or 600 divided by 6 is 100 boxes. So you got to be careful not to miss a step. All right, here we go. Corey brings 5 1-gallon jugs of juice to serve during Parents' Night at school. If the paper cups he is using holds 8 fluid ounces, how many drinks can he serve? All right, first we got to figure out how many ounces we have. So we have 5 1-gallon jugs. So how many gallons are in an ounce? How many cups? How many ounces are in a cup? There are 8 ounces in a cup. Oh, I better check. I think there's 16 ounces in a cup. By now you could have had it all figured out, I hope. 8 ounces in a cup. So there's 8 ounces in 1 cup. There are 2 cups to the pint, so there's 16 pints. And there are 2 quarts to a pint. So now we're at 32 quarts. And there are 4 quarts to a gallon. So now we're at 128 gallons. If we had 1 gallon, there's 128 ounces in 1 gallon. So we got to take 128 times 5, because we have 5 of them. And we get 640. Now I have 640 ounces, and I know that I have 8 ounces in each one. I have to divide that, and I get 80 cups. Any questions? All right. I don't know about you guys, but I love doing this. This is cool. Okay, we're going deeper on our own. Let's just do the even ones with your partner. All right. Skip this page. Let's do the even ones again. And 1 or 2 and all of the rest. Do each step, guys, step by step. Go back if it doesn't seem right.